Morning. It is 6:32 in the morning and I'm on my way for a second test. This test I'm looking forward to about as much as I did the one in class last week. This test is the COVID test. Okay, so I've been doing pretty good about staying away from COVID, maintaining my social distancing, wearing a mask, and just on purpose staying away from people. I mean, we went to the Grand Canyon, we went to Sedona over the summer last year, and we just stayed away from people. No interaction with COVID, nothing. Well, then I take a test last week at a school, and I end up getting exposed to COVID. Taking the COVID test has been something that I have been dreading for a long time. I think I've pretty much wanted to stay away from anybody with COVID because I didn't even want to have the COVID test. I heard how awful it is when they stick those swabs up your nostrils and they go clear to your brain. So I just finished the test and it was everything I thought it would be. Very uncomfortable. So it's been over 4 days since I received the phone call that I had been exposed in class. Apparently either the person in front of me or the person behind me tested positive for COVID. So nevertheless, because of that exposure, I've been in quarantine for the last 4 or 5 days and waited till today to take my test because I wanted to make sure that the virus had time, if it was going to do its thing, to do its thing. And so because my test came back negative, I am free to go back to work. Now I have to tell you, one thing that I did not like about this whole testing situation is that I never had any symptoms at all. No fever, no cold, no cough, no loss of smell, no loss of taste. But to go and take the test, it actually put me in more of a situation because there were people in the waiting room that were testing also, and some of them were showing symptoms. So I really don't know about that. I just know that I immediately went home, stripped off those clothes, threw them in the washer, took another shower, and I'm about to work. There's only one more test result that's just as important to me that I'm waiting on, and I won't know it till tomorrow, and that is the result of my state accreditation test. We'll see. All right, so it's the day after the COVID test. I took that test yesterday and I received a negative, and I'm all excited about that. As you can tell, I'm back at work. Today I'm on my lunch break, and I finally got up enough nerve to call and check on my other test. And that is my state accreditation test, one of 7 that I took last week when I got exposed to the COVID virus. And that test was positive. So I had my negatives where my negatives needed to be on my COVID test, and I have a great positive, good report on my state accreditation test. So we're moving right along. I test again in February, then March, then April, then May, then I'll have 2 tests in June and I'll be done. So thumbs up everything's going good. And speaking of thumbs up, be sure to hit that like button. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Mainly, I do road trips. Sometimes when I go to Walt Disney World, I will film at Walt Disney World. I haven't been in a while. I'm actually a travel agent and I sell Walt Disney World, but it's been kind of on the downside lately. But anyway, life's good. Go out and enjoy the day. This is the only day you have. This is the only moment you have. You're not guaranteed tomorrow, so go out and capture your moments. And oh, by the way, I'm gonna end this video with a beautiful picture I took today. I love photography, and I was on my way to work this morning, had to stop and take this picture. Check it out.